Well, hopefully this works, folks. I just restarted the broadcast. I'm not sure what was going on. Apparently it didn't start originally. Fire it up now and see what happens. I apologize. We've missed about 6 minutes of the game. 8:41 left in the first period. It's been all Penguins. Hopefully we're broadcasting now. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but... All right, so the puck is taken by the Force, brought out, one-on-one on Kumnick, dumped around him. Zachi pursues in the corner, gathers in, followed on by another Force player, out to the point, and the Force throw a shot to the net, stopped by Bartley, rebound, scrambled for, kicks out front, and grabbed by Schweitzer. Schweitzer looks up, finds Lohr. Lohr with a head of steam comes up, starting to drive wide. He has Kumnick going to the net, drops it to Schweitzer. Schweitzer follows through, takes a shot, score! And Schweitzer with the bar down shot. What a beautiful shot. Hopefully this is working and we were able to get that on the broadcast because that was a beautiful shot. 1-0 Penguins. Vickers, Bowen, Baru. Dixon and Foligno step up. Vickers wins the faceoff. Goes to Bowen. Bowen dumps up. Pursued by Vickers. Back out. And gathered in by Foligno. Foligno looks up. Retreats. Spins around. Throws the puck up into the boards. And we have a stoppage in play. .803 left, first period. Faceoff's going to be inside the Penguin zone. And Vickers steps in, takes the draw. Fought for, gathered in by Dixon. Dixon with the head of steam, has Baru, springs him. Can Grayson get in clean? He will. Takes the shot, saved by the big goaltender. Followed on by Dixon, tries to throw it in front, just over Bowen's stick. Comes in, laid into by Vickers. Vickers shoots again. Bowen for the rebound, goes wide. Baru again. This line has been buzzing. Goes to Dixon. Dixon's going to rip one, takes it, deflects wide. Pursued by Vickers, tries to go out to the point, gets stopped, but then followed on by Baru. Baru comes out of the corner hard, takes the shot, deflected wide. Bowen pursues in the corner. Goes to the point, goes through, but gathered by Dixon, who came across. Leads it to Bowen. Bowen back to Baru, just offsides. Nice little play there at the blue line. It was just offsides. Forward line of Armstrong, Goldberg, Ladigan, Kumnick, and Zachi on D. Force goaltender seems to be having an issue. Officials looking at his helmet. Not sure if we lost a buckle. Appears to be all right. And the Pens are going to take the draw just outside of the Force zone. Puck dropped. One gathered in by Armstrong. Knocked back out the center, dumped in by Kumnick as he waits for everybody to get onside. Armstrong battles down low. Nifty little move to get some space. Tries to come back out front. Off the Force. Oh, that hit right off the defenseman's skate and just laid in the crease. Puck goes around, gets rimmed, and it's going to come all the way down. Gathered at his own blue line by Kumnick. Head up, looking for the play. Hits the center, and Goldberg, who tips it off the boards. Followed on by Armstrong. Back by Goldberg. Goldberg looks for Ladigan. Just missed him there. Play is onside. And followed on by Ladigan. Armstrong just got thumped by a defensive player and blocked shot by Zachi. Zachi head up, comes in again, takes another shot, blocked again. This one goes in front, rebound just up in the air. No one was able to get that one and cleared over to the dot. And attempted wraparound by Kumnick goes wide. Gathered by Goldberg. Goldberg with a nice little move. Around two men, takes the shot. Gets blocked again. On top of this tall and large goaltender, the Force seemed to really pack it in tight, making it hard for the Penguins to generate anything. And Guess Kumnik was really tired on that one because it took him a while to get to the puck, and it's just icing. So heads up play by Austin there. Goaltender's still having trouble. He's over to the bench now to get it looked at. Forward line's going to be Lohr, Siegel, and Schweitzer. Schweitzer looks to have a lot of jump early in this game. And Dixon and Foligno on the points. We might have some sportsmanship going on here, too, by the Force. Penguins are really pouring it on right now, and they're getting to slow things down. All right. Helmet is back on, and he looks to be getting back into the net after the officials came over and told him, let's go. So the 6'3" netminder gets back in. And fought for by Siegel. Goes to the corner, gathered by Siegel. Goes back to Schweitzer just off his skate, and dumped back in by Schweitzer. Pursued by Siegel. The Force rim it around. Dixon pinches in, gathers the puck, goes to Cooper. Siegel followed on by Lohr. The Force are really just packing the net, and it's so difficult right now for the Pens to get shots through. But eventually they're going to start banking around and going into this goaltender who's not going to have any clue where the puck is. Icing again. Same forward lines. D-pair switch up, though. Kumnik and Zachary out on the blue line. Game 1 of 2 today against the Force. Their other goaltender, while not as large, is still a very large individual. Tempted hold in by Zachary. Just goes past. Pursued by Kumnik. Kumnik with a beautiful play to knock it to the corner. Goes around 2 Force players. Throws it over to Siegel. Cooper gathers the puck, throws it up to Schweitzer. Schweitzer turns and looks to put on the move at the blue line, at the top of the circle. Gathered in by Schweitzer again down low. Schweitzer's pinned, and Lohr follows up. Puck kicks out to the Force defenseman, who is not able to make the play because of the heads-up play Enzo Vickers to get in his face. Gathered again by Schweitzer. Shot to the corner by Vickers. Kumnik down low, gathers, and rimmed around. Zachary in pursuit. Gathers it, spins his back, uses that large frame to guide the puck, then throws it in front of Vickers. Vickers with a slap shot. Save! Knocked to the corner by the Force goaltender. Kumnik in pursuit to the board. Holds, and followed on by Kumnik again with another good hold. Lohr gets his head rammed into the glass for attempting to grab that one. And the Force player rimming around. Baru in pursuit. Head of steam being a clean body on here. Zachary grabs again. Dumps to the corner, pursued by Baru. The Pens have now done an entire switch while inside the Force zone. Nice heads-up play by the Penguins players to know they were tired and needed to swap. Penalty coming. Delayed call. And Kumnik gathers back. Colin heads to the bench while the Penguins get the extra attacker on. Austin Kumnik just ragging the puck, holding, waiting for somebody, and the Force get possession. I'm probably going to call them the Swords about 20 times today because I just can't get that name out of my head for some reason. So, with 3:34 left in the first period, 1-0 Penguins, they're going to go on the power play. The unit's going to be Vickers, Bowen, Baru with Dixon and Foligno. So the question is will the Penguins calm down, push the puck around to the perimeter, use each other and pass, and take their time to set things up? We'll see how the Force play, if they decide to pursue or just pack it in tight to try to block shots. Vickers steps into the faceoff. Oh, we're having some clock problems. They're trying to get the penalty entered. Always a tough thing for parents to go to a new arena and try to figure out how to enter penalties and work the new scoreboard. While very similar, they all have their own little quirks and kinks, so we're working on getting that figured out right now. They have 2 minutes on the clock, but I'm guessing it's going to be a 1.5-minute penalty. Yeah, they're making the announcement now that it's a 1.5 minutes and not 2 minutes, like it's on the board. And we're going to get ready to drop the puck. Vickers steps in. And tied up, fought for. Everybody comes in, and the Force are able to grab it and come out to the blue line. Vickers with a nice back check to overtake the Force player. Now Vickers dumps it to Baru. Baru comes up with a head of steam. And in he goes, 1-on-3. Makes a move, gets knocked. Bowen follows up and comes around and grabs the puck. Dumps it down to Baru. And grabbed by the Force defenseman behind the net, who comes out, looks for an outlet, throws the cross grab by Bowen. Dumped into Baru. And out in front now, just missed, and a penalty forthcoming on Grayson Baru. Going to be an elbowing penalty. All right, that forward line's going to swap now after a short shift. And we've got Goldberg and Armstrong stepping on with Kumnick and Zachi. So 4-on-4 for 90 or 53 seconds, 57 seconds, sorry. Maybe it is 53. Stepped into one by the Force, dumped to the corner. Force gather, try to throw it out front. Luka Zachi with a big stick, knocks it away. Out to the point, rimmed around, grabbed by Zachi. Zachi with his head up, finds Goldberg. Just bounces out of his reach. Followed on by Kumnick, though, who then dumps to center and pursued by Armstrong and Goldberg. They dump off the boards, goes to the Force player, comes in 1-on-1 against Luka Zachi, cuts to the middle, shoots just wide of the net. And Armstrong gathers and dumps to center red. Followed on by Goldberg, just misses. Puck jumps up into Coach Kumnick's hands, who cradles it like a baby and hands it to the official. Coach Kumnick looked like he was holding a baby mouse, maybe even a little cat in his hand, the way he was cradling the puck. All right, stepped into by Sigel. You have Sigel, Ladigan, and Dixon and Felino back on the D side. Not sure if the microphone picks it up, but you can hear Cooper Sigel out there talking. Always impressed with how much he can continue to skate full bore and talk at the same time. Outlet pass from Ladigan just misses Sigel. And back to center red. Gathered in by Ladigan, who hits Cooper, just tips off his stick, goes in and covered by the Force goaltender. All right, so we've got roughly a minute of power play time now for the Force. .159 left in the first period. Sigel steps in. Ladigan to his left. Tied up in the official skate. And taken out by the Force. Pursued by Ladigan. Force player falls down. Ladigan fights for it on the boards. And they dump. Gathered in by Kumnick, who goes behind the net. Head up, surveys, waits, finds Ladigan with the outlet to the corner. Ladigan takes the puck, goes cross ice up for Sigel. He's got him. Can Cooper get in clean? Comes in, goes wide, takes a shot, gathered by the Force goaltender. Big rebound out in front, but Pens being on the penalty kill, we're not up. Schweitzer comes back in, even strength now, dumped in by Sigel. Sigel bodies the Force defender, comes out front hard, fights the puck. There's a scrum, it looks to be saved, whistle blown. Face-off's going to be to the left of the Force goaltender. And the Pens send out Ryan Lohr now, so the Pens pairings will be back online for their three forward lines, and you have Lohr, Sigel, and Schweitzer back out there now. 1:41 left, even strength, 1-0 Pens. Force win it, go behind the net. They hit the winger, look for a cross-ice pass, stopped by Schweitzer. Nice play there, over to Lohr. Lohr dumps it and just towed out by the Force goaltender. To the point, Dixon takes it, and the Force player goes through it. Dixon's able to fight back, and here come the Force now, 2-on-1. Foligno comes over, nice play by Dino to step up. Force player knocks it to the boards. Covered there by Dixon, stopped the centering pass, gathered in by Lohr. Lohr pushes through, gets it out, dumps it up, just grabbed by the Force player to keep Cooper Sigel from getting a breakaway there. And they come in 3-on-2 now. Foligno steps up, shot on Bartley. Bartley dumps it to the corner. Dino outmuscles 2 Force players, take control of the puck. Vickers steps in, comes down low to support. Gives it to Dixon. Dixon goes up the rim. And here they come. Vickers with a head of steam. Just can't get by. Oh, the stick gets stuck in Enzo, and there's going to be a tripping call. Enzo Vickers got scissored on that one with a stick in between his legs, and the Pens are going to go on the power play. So you have Bowen, Baru, Vickers on the power play unit with Zachi and Kumnik out for this forward line on their power play. There's 7 seconds remaining in the first period, so have to try to generate something quickly here or start clean during the second period. Vickers steps in. Right up again, and bodies dropping everywhere, and won by the Force, and that'll do the end of the first period. So 1-0 Penguins. Going to take a short intermission, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Ready for the drop of the puck. Let's see what's going on here with our scoreboard. There it is. Let me readjust it. Kind of some homebrew solutions here, folks, so let's do a little tinkering from time to time. Vickers, Bowen, Baru step in for the second period faceoff with Kumnik and Zachi on the defensive side. Gathered in by Baru. Goes into the center. Bowen held up to keep it onside, but back comes the Force player with a head of steam. Has a chance to throw it across the middle. Finds him. Shot. Blocked or saved. And up in the air and over. Ooh, just behind the net. Force with a nice chance there. Their best chance of the game. And Vickers in pursuit on the D. Bowen tips it and gathered in by Baru, who takes off and goes. Has Bowen on his side. They cross. Brew goes wide. Passes. Oh, just got deflected. Almost had Vickers coming in late. Gathered by Zachy. Dumped in front. Brew with the tip in. Beautiful by the Penguins. Luca Zachy finds Grayson Brew sitting on the back door, who just taps it home. 2-0 Penguins. Big power play goal for the Penguins there. When you've noticed, the scoreboard is now functioning correctly. I can update the score. And when I get a little more comfortable, I'll try to do the shots for you and the clock. But right now, we're just going to manage with, making the broadcast work on time from now. So, puck taken back by Dixon, who finds Armstrong. Armstrong dumps in, and Armstrong and Goldberg in pursuit. Force player rims it up. Held in by Dixon. Dixon takes a shoulder. And Ladigan in pursuit behind the net. Foligno held in. Nice hold. Goldberg goes wide. Tries to bank it off the Force goaltender from behind the net. And here comes Goldberg again out from the corner. Tries the wraparound. Stopped. And Dixon in pursuit. Dumps it back over to Goldberg. Goldberg dumps it back down again and cleared all the way down. No ice somehow. Not quite sure how Dixon was supposed to hold the 100-mile-an-hour slap shot that went past him, but deemed no icing. And Goldberg gathers in, comes up, stopped by the Force defenseman, and just dumped back. And in come the Force, driven wide by Dixon, followed on by Ladigan, still one, thrown in front. Over to Armstrong. Armstrong head up surveys, backhand pass, stopped by the high Force player. Foligno bounces the board, just misses Alex Ladigan, and dumped in on Colin Bartley. Bartley's going to hold and get a whistle. Probably good. Being the second period and long change for the forwards, never a bad idea for your goaltender to hold the puck to get a whistle. Pens do change. Wholesale change there. We now have Kumnik and Zachy, Schweitzer, Siegel, and Lohr. Pucks to the right of Bartley. And one back to the point by the Force. Schweitzer, nice little pass coming off the boards to Lohr, but gathered and dumped back in offside by the Force. Get the feeling that this slow-moving game is a little bit more what the Force are used to. I think they're not used to flying and used to some more breaks, because since the goal, the game slowed down a little bit, and it definitely has seemed to benefit the Force. There are a lot of just muck and grind and fight along the boards for the puck. Puck's gathered by the Penguin center, thrown up to the point, shot back in. Gathered by the Force player. Luca Zachy comes, hits puck on stick, but unfortunately the Force player comes right into him, and he's going to get called for an elbow. Unlucky play. He went through the stick, knocked the puck away, and then the Force player dumped backwards and hit him, but they're going to make the call. So the Pens are going to be short, and you're going to have Vickers and Bowen. So in for the face-off are Vickers and Bowen with Foligno and Dixon on D side. .12:10 left in the second period. Pens have 1:30 to kill. Won by the Force. Bowen out the front now. Vickers out, and a fluttering shot hits Bartley and gets dropped down. Vickers tips it at the point, not out though. Bowen steals the puck, and Bowen and Vickers run into each other. Puck back up to Vickers towards the point, held in by the Force. Bowen in pursuit, hits the puck. Force player went through 3 Pens D, takes a high shot and gathered in nicely by Colin Bartley. So they moved Lanigan back to defense now with being short of defenseman with the penalty on Zachi. And shot on Bartley, nice save. Lanigan fights for the puck. Vickers fights the puck. It's stuck in the skate. Nobody can find it. Backhand shot grabbed nicely by the glove of Bartley. And Pens are going to change their forward line. 41 seconds left in the penalty. We now have Baru and Goldberg step in. The Force are doing a much better job this period of winning faceoffs. They seem to be tying up the Penguins' stick and doing putting their butt into them and twisting. I think the Penguins players maybe need to just start going forward a little bit more and going right through them so they don't have any time to twist on them, but we'll see. They've definitely changed their strategy on the faceoffs and are being a lot more successful. Force come out of the corner, take a shot just wide of Bartley. Defenseman pulls in for the Force. Goes back forward. Nice play by Alex Ladigan to stand his ground. Out on the boards, and the Force try to come out. Kumnik bodies up, knocks the puck to the corner. Goldberg in, lifts the stick, goes to the point. Held back in by the Force, dumped around again. Back out to the point. Goldberg steps in, and now Baru steps in. There goes Baru, 1-on-3, dumps it to the side, grabbed by Armstrong. Armstrong has Baru behind him. I don't know if he knows. A nice play by the Force defenseman to stop the momentum there. Gathered again by Armstrong. Out front to Goldberg, hits off his skate and just goes wide. Penalty is over. So it puck up the boards. Over to Baru. Baru comes up, looks for an outlet. Bounces off the boards to Armstrong. Armstrong drives wide. Goldberg follows on. Can't get the puck out, though. Armstrong comes out, goes to the point. Foligno, head up, rips a shot. Oh, deflected just wide by Baru. He almost deflected that puck in, just didn't get enough of it. Goldberg in behind the net. Goldberg to Baru. Baru head up, looking for an outlet. Tries to go to the defenseman, grabbed by the Force winger. Now the winger come out. Oh, Foligno lost an edge, and Dixon follows on to cover up. Nice play by Brady Dixon to cover up. Knocks the puck to the corner. Still in pursuit. Up to the Force D. Force take the shot. Missed deflection. Goes wide into the corner. Schweitzer gathers in. And starts to roll with the puck. Schweitzer, nice little move at his own blue line. Up to Armstrong, who wasn't sure the puck was coming. And missed it, but followed on by Dixon. And back out of the zone. Pens get 2 more bodies on. Schweitzer follows up. And it looks like they're back to normal lines. Sigel has the puck tip off his stick, go to the defenseman. They still keep in the Force 2. And Brady Dixon just one-handedly manhandles one of the Force players, pushes through him and gets the puck out. Good determination there. Goldberg missed Sigel, and it's going to be icing unless it's played. It's not, and icing. Not sure. I think that might actually hit the goaltender's paddle there and was directed to the side, but it went unnoticed. Puck will come all the way back down in the pen zone. 8:29 left in the second period. All right, something Penguins have done in last weekend they did was they got up early and then kind of let down. So I'm curious to see if we can keep up the momentum and the energy. One of the corner gathered by the Force player, thrown out front, deflected off Kumnik's stick, just sat there. Back to the D, shot, deflected off a player and into the corner. Gathered by Kumnik. Kumnik to Schweitzer, just past him. Schweitzer holds the attempted dump in, and Force have to regroup. They jump off the boards, stepped up on by Zachi. Zachi flips it up, just misses Sigel, and back in offside, and there it is. 8:01, second period, and we're going to get a line change here for the forwards. Bowen, Vickers, Baru. Penguins look to be moving the puck well. Puck one knocked in the zone, carried in by the Force. Vickers down low, cleans up his own end, goes to Baru. Baru goes up to the middle, looks for Bowen. Bowen tries to go between the feet, can't quite handle it. Now blocks it, dumps it up to Vickers, who's in pursuit. And Vickers will get there. Goes to Baru. Baru loses the handle on it. Vickers tries to shoot, and to the corner it goes. Bowen in pursuit. Dumped up to the forward, and 2-on-2 they come. Bowen in. Stops that one. It's in his feet. He doesn't know. Now it goes in again. Baru gathers, and Baru comes up 1-on-2. And now Kumnik jumps into the rush, and Bowen. The Pens have a 3-on-2 if they get up. Tries to go to Kumnik just a little behind him. Bowen gathers in the corner. And Kumnik gathers the puck, tries to wrap around, just misses. Now, Bowen goes down in pursuit to go to the corner. Knocked up to the point, though, held by Dixon. Rimmed back in. And in pursuit is Vickers. Yeah, Vickers, Baru, Bowen, and three of the Force players in the corner. They're all going at it. Up to Dixon. Dixon back down low. High up off the glass, but still in. Vickers in pursuit. Just able to not get there. Bowen comes up high, keeps it in again still, though. Vickers dumps. The Penguins could use a change here, I think. And Bowen's going to go off. Shot by Baru up high. The Force goaltender almost had to lunge out because he was on his way down. That puck's held in at the blue line and deemed not to be held in. Looked like we had one call of good, and then the other official waved it off and called it offsides. So the Pens, again, able to make a wholesale change there in the offensive zone because of the continued pressure they're able to put on this Force team. 6:23 left. Second period, 2-0 Penguins. Puck won by Goldberg. We have Goldberg, Ladigan, Armstrong, Dixon, and Foligno on defense. Foligno gathers in, tries to go up, gathered by the Force player. The other Force player comes out of the corner. Nice play, nice stick there by Brady Dixon. And back they come 2-on-2, the Penguins. Ladigan carries in, tries to go to Armstrong. Slightly misses it, just got deflected a little bit. Otherwise, he could have been in clean. Zachi trips at the blue line. They come in 1-on-1. Bodies are falling everywhere. Dino comes over. Foligno comes over and cuts off the Force player. Then rims it around to Goldberg. Goldberg with a head of steam comes in. Like to see that beautiful shot that Goldberg's got. He goes to the corner with it. Head up. Tries to go in front. Hits a stick. Goes through. Rebound. Not able to get through again. Held by Zachi. Dumped to the corner. Pursued by Goldberg. Goldberg takes ownership, goes back to the point. No, he's rolling hard out of the corner, then goes back to the point. Kumnik with the shot. Hit Colton right in the private section there. I'm not sure if that one felt very good. Goldberg not able to hold on, brought out by the Force player. Force player comes up with a head of steam. Kumnik turns with him, pushing him wide. Nice job by Alex there to keep up and finds the man deep. Shot. Nice save by Bartley. Penguins kind of missed the late guy there. And it almost cost them, but luckily Colin Bartley with a beautiful save. Kumnik gathers in. Head up, looking for somebody. Dumps up to Goldberg. Gathered in by the D. Goldberg chips it past him. Comes in. Has Armstrong wide. Makes the pass. Oh, just in his feet. He couldn't get it. It was a... Excuse me. Just in his feet there. Goldberg rolling out. Gets deflected off. Zachi grabs it. Head up. Hard shot. Just missed the corner. Back to Kumnik. Kumnik into Goldberg. Goldberg to Schweitzer. Schweitzer dancing in the corner. Pens change again. Kumnik holds. Back to Schweitzer. Schweitzer holds it and tries to get it to Siegel. Just can't. Puck takes a weird bounce off the open boards. And back come the Force. 1-on-1. Luka Zachi drives him wide. Shot to the corner. Not sure if there's a problem with the ice, but there seems to be a lot of players dropping and falling when nobody's around them. Schweitzer with a nice little cycle and swing out. Misses Siegel. Siegel in pursuit. Bad play, bad angle by the Force defenseman. Almost enables him to get in clean. Not quite, though. Schweitzer chips it again. Pens have 2-on-1 down low. Look at Sigel clearing space. Schweitzer comes out of the corner and goes through the legs. What a nice little pick by Cooper Sigel there to put his butt into the defender and not allow him to come out of the corner, go into the corner to go after Schweitzer. Smart headsy play there. 3-0 Penguins. 3:37 left in the second period. Bowen, Baruch, Vickers step in. Dixon and Foligno on D. Swords come into the zone, drive wide, stepped up on by Dixon. Speedy force player there, still running around with the puck. Stepped into by Vickers. They both go flying. Dixon steps up, nice play there. Rims it around over to Bowen. Bowen's got his head up, looks for the play, hits Baru, springs him. Can he get there? Baru's in clean. He's got Vickers in the middle. Here we go. Shoot! Score! Grayson Baru set clean by Finn Bowen. 4-0 Penguins. These two are really starting to click with that outlet pass. Grayson comes from the far side, swoops over. Bowen with his head up is able to direct the puck and lead Baru with his speeding. Vickers did a heck of a job to get down deep there to get an option for Baru as well to cause that goaltender to not be able to overcommit. So great play by the forward line there. Bowen comes in now. Bowen and Vickers with Baru behind. Bowen shoots into the defender. It goes to Vickers, who just hits the post with the tap. Play there by that forward line. These boys really starting to click, it looks like. All these lines, everybody seems to really be finding a comfort zone with one another. So, Force win the faceoff, go back behind, pursued by Armstrong. Nice move by the Force defenseman, goes over to his winger, off of his stick, and carried and shouldered out by Goldberg, who is apparently going to get a call against him because the kid's 2'3" that he hit, I guess. But that's gone on all game. To make a call there seems kind of crazy. But I guess it is 4-0, and you're going to get some calls that go against you. So the Pens will be short for 1:30, 2:41 left in the second period. So Armstrong steps in. Armstrong and Ladigan, the two forwards. Kumnik and Zachi on the defensive side. Won nicely by Armstrong. To the point. Zachi throws to the point, and then it comes back down. Kumnik stops that pass out front, and Armstrong in pursuit along the boards. Nice play by Colton Armstrong to roll and throw the backhand up just softly enough not to be icing. Put them right back to their own blue line. Force regather, come back in, swing wide, stay on side, but nice play by Alex Ladigan to stop. And Lucas Zachi gathers in. Stopped by the Force player and grabbed by Alex Ladigan, who cycles back, goes to Zachi. Zachi rims it around and goes to Armstrong. Nope, out of Armstrong's reach and completely out of the zone. They regroup to center ice, Pass over, the defenseman rushes this time. And is forced to rim it around. Grabbed by Kumnik. Kumnik goes high off the glass. Up. Smart play by Kumnik, knowing the ice isn't very good right now, and the puck just dies even before it goes all the way down. And the Pens change one of their defensemen. Brought up. Dixon stops, throws it back to center. Missed kick by the defenseman of the Force and up into the player box of the Force team. I guess we figured out how to do a minute 30 penalty, 30 second penalties. So there's 15 seconds left and a minute and 26 left in the third. Laura Schweitzer with Foligno and Dixon on the defensive side. Schweitzer's going to step in and take the draw. Schweitzer wins it, but gathered in by the Force player, shoots into Bartley, into his chest, and held. Schweitzer steps in to take the draw. And won by the Force. Go to their center defenseman, who flutters it towards the net, blocked by Dixon, up to the blue line, held in. Puck dumped to the corner, penalty's over. Cooper Siegel, steps in, comes up to center. Schweitzer looks for him, doesn't have an outlet though. Now goes to him, just offsides though. Love the pass-first mentality that we're seeing today from this team. Sigel steps in. Sigel, Lohr, and Schweitzer. D to D the Pens go. Dixon comes up, hits Lohr. Lohr goes wide. Gets dumped on the play. Gathered in by Sigel. Lohr tries to go in front. Schweitzer had just come up high, though. Schweitzer in pursuit. Stops. No, misses that one high, but Foligno held it in. Back to the front of the net. Gathered by the D. Stopped by Lohr. Foligno dumps it in. Pursued by Sigel. Force tried to go a cross-ice pass there. They were lucky they got away with that one. That could have been ugly for them. Stepped up by Dixon, missed though, and in comes the Force player, takes a shot across the ice. Bartley stands up, stops it with the blocker. Schweitzer gathers in, 18 seconds left. It's Schweitzer and Lohr that come up 2-on-2. Schweitzer dumps around the defenseman, gathers it in, looks in front, try to go to Lohr, blocked by the defenseman. Lohr gathers in, goes to Sigel, blocked by the Force goaltender. I'm willing to guess he's got a special order stick for how large it is because he reached about 10 feet away from the net to block that one out. And that's the end of the period. 4-0 Penguins. We'll join you after intermission. The feed. Okay, welcome back. Sorry, we had some connection issues there at the start of the period here. And the Penguins dumped the first puck in. 9 seconds in, dump it in, covered by the Force goaltender. We have Bowen, Vickers, Baru, Wazachi, and Kumnik out on the point. Start of the third period. 4-0 Penguins. Oh, and another false face-off. The one official's very picky about making sure that the players have their feet outside of the lines, straight on. They both do this time, and the puck's dropped. One over to Bowen. Bowen back to Zachi. Zachi goes in front and kicked around. Gathered by Vickers. Vickers goes in front, knocked to the side, and gathered by the Force center, I believe, who wildly throws up to the point to Kumnik. Puts it on net, deflected once. Rebound, sitting there, score! It goes in. Vickers buries it. A lot of turmoil in front of the net there. The Penguins are able to get it in and bury it. Baru just missed his hat trick. Was sitting there, hit the Force goaltender's skate and kicked to the other side, where Vickers was, who tapped it in again. So 5-0 Penguins. 14:25 to go in the third period. We have Armstrong, Goldberg, and Ladigan on the face-off. Force win it, go back into their own zone. Defenseman comes with a head of steam up. No back checkers for the Penguins and makes a move on Foligno. Goes wide, comes in, gathered. Nice cover by Brady Dixon to get over and prevent the shot from happening. Nice outlet pass from Goldberg to Ladigan. Ladigan cuts to the outside. He's got a speed. He's got a step. He also has Armstrong. He doesn't see him. Gets hooked down. No call. He got spun like a top into the ice there, but no call. Goldberg gathers. Nice move there. Goes in front. Taps it to Armstrong. Armstrong knocks it in. Nice forehand, backhand in tight by Colton Armstrong. Good feed by Nate Goldberg. These boys are passing to each other, and it's showing on the scoreboard. Nothing Penguins. 13:48, third period. Lohr gathers in, dumps back to Kumnik at center ice. Kumnik goes back up again, gets to Lohr. Lohr just missed Siegel. It got deflected by the defenseman, but gathered in by Schweitzer. Stop, step, back. Schweitzer cuts outside. Ryan Schweitzer really feeling it today. Gets dumped on by two Force player, and Lohr comes over to stop that and just gets out. Pucks got bodies laying there. Schweitzer gets knocked headfirst into the ice from behind, and Cooper Sigel back to gather in. Stops, looks, finds Schweitzer. Schweitzer circles around, goes up to Kumnik, who's up ahead of the rush. Kumnik wide. Throws it to the middle, hits off the Force player and almost goes on net. Force goaltender wasn't ready for that. Slung up high, back to center to Zachi. Zachi head up, surveys, goes to Vickers, who goes to Schweitzer, and now Vickers and Schweitzer come in. Schweitzer drives wide into the corner, stops again, circles, goes to Vickers. Vickers head up, tried to make the pass, just fanned on it. I think he went to Kumnik there, but he got deflected, bounced way up in the air. Lohr down to Vickers. Met by a defender who slaps it up, down, stopped, held him by Kumnik out of the air. Nice hand-eye there. And in behind the net. Force player rims it around to Vickers, who then goes to Kumnik. Kumnik goes across corner dump, chased by Lohr. Lohr on the puck, up to one of their wingers, held in at the blue line by Zachi. Dumped in again. And this time they dump it back to center. Knocked up by Baru to Vickers. Vickers, if he goes, might have a chance. Doesn't see that. Cuts back in. Cuts across. Goes wide. Throws it to the middle. Gathered in by the Force player, and back they come. Oh, no. Well, there's a trip. Baru's going to get his second of the day. Player just got in front of him. He swiped the puck and hit the skate. 11:41 to go. Third period. 6-0 Penguins. They're going to be short for 1:30. Well, hopefully they'll be short for 1:30. See how the penalty kill goes to the Pens and the power play of the Force this time. It's important the boys don't get greedy, play good, forceful defense. And tip to the corner, gathered in by Dixon, swings it up. Goes over Bowen and over the defenseman, back to center red. And they dump it up. Dixon at the line, offsides. Dixon did a real nice job. Real nice job to step up there and hold the defenseman. Pens are going to swap their forward lines again for Goldberg and Armstrong now. Force win again. Dumped in offside. And face-off will be just outside of the Penguin zone. 11:19 to go. Minute and 8 left on the slashing penalty to Grayson Baru. Goldberg steps in, goes to the offside there, pursued by Armstrong, and gathered in by the force winger. Force winger comes in one-on-one, cuts all the way across, then interference run on that play. Late shot at Colin by one of the force players to just smash into him there, but held out. E-pairing now, Zashi and Kumnik on the ice. Armstrong and Goldberg still in. Goldberg at center to take the draw. One back to the point, shot high, tipped, saved by Bartley, and on a high stick, so it wouldn't have counted. A late shot, clearly after the whistle by the force player, still held out by Bartley. And that one's going to come all the way down. 50 seconds remaining in the penalty, 11 minutes left in the third period. Goldberg wins it to Armstrong in the slot, tip forward, Armstrong in pursuit, dumps it down, Goldberg in for it, just swings the defender around and forces him to take more time. They try to go far side wing, outlet pass. That's offside yet again. And we have a change in the forward lines. We have Sigel and Ladigan. Sigel's going to be your center, stepping in to take the draw, just outside the Penguins' blue line. Sigel steps in, wins the draw. Kumnik up to Ladigan. Ladigan dumps it ahead for Cooper Sigel, whose voice you could hear a mile away. Always letting his wingers and defensemen know where he's at on the ice. Love it. Zachi at the blue line just goes out, gathered in by Sigel. Sigel, last second, tried to go to Kumnik and rolled off his stick. Kumnik up to Sigel. Sigel cuts back into the middle. 1-on-3. Coop goes. Shot in. Trouble handled by the Force goaltender. That one kind of knuckled him. Gathered in by Sigel again, who shoots it just off the side of the net. Cooper Sigel is one-handedly outworking the entire Force team right now. What an effort. Sigel comes in again, cuts back to the middle. Head up, takes a shot, off the knob of the stick. He deserved that one, folks. He has just been a one-man crew on this penalty kill. Back come the Force now, though. Throw it to the middle, covered by Bartley, held on to. We're back at even strength. Sorry, I missed that. That must have happened on the back rush there. So we have Sigel, Schweitzer, and Lohr currently out on the ice, with Foligno and Dixon on defense. 9:43 left, 6-0 Penguins. Lohr comes out, just misses it. Gathered in, shot wide by the Force player. Dixon gathers in, circles around, goes to Lohr. Lohr handles it, comes around, comes up through middle. Schweitzer with it, tries to go across, goes to Dixon now. Dixon goes into the corner for Sigel. Sigel comes out of the corner, nice move, gets tripped, no call. Schweitzer puts the brakes on, gets bumped, dumps it around to Sigel. Sigel, nope, just loses it. Lohr throws it to the net, gets knocked to the corner, pursued by Schweitzer. Schweitzer dumps it in again. Cooper is going to the bench to get a line change. On comes Vickers. Dixon follows down. Goes behind the net, gathers it, tries to hit Lohr. Backs in front of the net. Just missed by Vickers. Stepped up on by Schweitzer. Held in again, gathered by Vickers. Vickers comes back. Head of steam, 1-on-3 again. Throws it in front. Just gets knocked wide. Foligno steps into one. Gets under just a little bit. And Schweitzer now goes to the bench for a change. And on he comes. Ice down. And it will be icing by the Force. 8:26 left, third period. Penguins really pouring it on with the effort. This Force team looks to be exhausted. and just not able to keep up with the Penguins right now. Vickers, Baru, Bowen. Kumnick and Zachary on the defensive end. One to the corner, gathered by Vickers, back to the point. Kumnick gathers, shoots. Off the blocker, in front. Baru has it. Score, but there's a whistle for some reason. Not sure what happened. We don't get any information from the official, who just blows the whistle dead randomly and takes a goal off the board, apparently. No clue what happened, but it still remains 6-0. Grayson Baru, unfortunately, doesn't get his hat trick. Kozachi pushes the winger wide. Kumnick in front. Stops that one. Gathers round. Kumnick off the boards to Bowen. Bowen head up. Oh, nope, that one hit off his skate. Now it goes to Vickers. Vickers, it gets caught in his skate. Tries to go to Bowen. Bowen goes up to Baru. And stepped up on by the defender. Gathered by Zachi. Zachi's going to rush it. Cuts into the middle. Doesn't pass it. Goes to the backhand and scores. Luka Zachi with the goal. 7-0 Penguins. Goldberg, Armstrong, Ladigan, Foligno and Dixon on D. Puck's dumped in. 7:25 left. Third period, 7-0 Penguins. Puck's rimmed around, gathered by Armstrong. Armstrong head up, cycles, goes back to Goldberg. Goldberg comes out of the corner. Nifty little move. Goes to the other corner. Goldberg still gathers in, tries to hit. Ladigan just off the stick and into the corner. Gathered by Armstrong. Armstrong knocked off the puck there, and up come the Force. 4-on-3. Pushed to the side by Dixon. Dixon just stands up like a wall. Kid never had a chance. Nice play by Brady Dixon. Colton Armstrong gathers, goes off the boards. He gets plowed from behind in a dirty play. They put him face first into the boards. Nothing called. This is what you don't want to see happen in the game here. Is for things to get physical with kids getting hit in the boards from behind. That's how people get hurt. Anyways, Armstrong appears to be okay. Gathers in the puck. Comes in 3-on-2. Ladigan drives to the net. Rebound by Goldberg. Just missed. And gathered by the defenseman. The defenseman puck out in front of him. He's going to come with a head of steam. Not once thought a pass there. He was just going to try to go end-to-end, and they're offside. Force team just not using each other and trying to do everything themselves. It's really playing into the Penguins' hands. Sigel, Schweitzer, and Lohr. Sigel gathers in, cuts back to the middle, shoots off the goaltender, just over the net. Tricky little shot there. Caught the goaltender sleeping and almost went in. And there's an attempted pass blocked by Ryan Lohr out of the air. Nice hand-eye there. And dumped in for an icing call against the Force. 6:02 left, third period. Oh, I'm sorry. We're running clock now, so... Or we're not running clock. We're not running clock. Okay, 6 minutes to go. Third period. Sigel, Schweitzer, Lohr. Sigel steps into the zone. Kumnick and Zachi out at the point. Puck knocked to the corner. Grabbed by Kumnick. Sent back down. Sigel. All up along the boards. All the bodies in there working for it. Officials ready to blow it. Kind of worked loose, and now it goes out to the Force defenseman in the middle of the ice. who's going to try to rush it. Cut off by Ryan Schweitzer, who's kind of knocked oddly there. Oh, taken off of him by the forward. Run over. Nice save by Colin Blartley, who stays up high and knocks that one up to the net. Great save. Colin hasn't had a lot of work, but the work he has had sometimes has been challenging. Really tough for a goaltender that hasn't faced many shots to come up and make big saves like that. Bowen, Vickers, Baru with Dixon and Foligno. One to the point. Bowen in pursuit. Forces him to dump to the corner. Dixon in pursuit. Up to Bowen. Bowen up to the center. Just misses Baru for the clean break. Gathered in by the D. Shot. Saved by Bartley at his feet. Rebound. Held again by Bartley. Nice play, though. The Force starting to show a little life here now, the last shift and a half. Penguins better be careful and keep it up. Keep up the pressure. Vicker steps in. Puck to the left of Bartley. One back, add by Dixon. Dixon the defenseman the winger gathers it for the Force. Hand pass again by the Force, but gathered in by the Pens. And held in. Over the D. They have an on-man break. It took a weird bounce into the center. Clean look. Saved by... No! Unlucky bounce. You could just feel it coming. The Penguins weren't able to get out of their zone there. And it's now 7-1. .448 to go. Armstrong, Goldberg, and Ladigan. And up to Ladigan. Now to Goldberg. Back to Ladigan. Round the net. Circled. Head up. He's looking for an outlet. There's so many bodies in front, though. And Ladigan again with it. And bodied off. Taken by the Force player. And up to center. Back check by Goldberg. Forces him to the corner. And puck right into Zachi. Zachi just missed Ladigan, though. And around they go. Off the glove of Armstrong and gathered in by the Force. The Force. Kumnick holds the puck out. Up to Goldberg. Off of Goldberg's skate. Back to Kumnick. Kumnick comes. Head up. Nice swing to the outside. Kumnick shot. Down low. Rebound. Score. Alex Ladigan. And it's 8-1 Penguins. Nice to see some pushback from the Pens there after giving one up. .357 left, third period, 8-1 Pens. One forward by the Force, though. Here they come, 3-on-2. Shot wide, directed into the corner by Bartley. Kumnick gets bumped hard. Takes a hard shot, but not called. Now Zachi, head up. Oh, hits one of the Force players in the back. Stepped up on by Kumnick, who bodies him down. Nice forceful play there by Austin. And flutters back in. Bartley, knocked it in when he went in to get up there. And we're going to have a wholesale change. Game getting a little physical here. Lohr, Schweitzer, Sigel, Dixon, and Foligno. One by the Force, pursued by Lohr, pursued by Sigel, who gets in clean. Can he make it? He does. Shot off the bar. Cooper just hits the bar in clean. Nice play. Schweitzer swings it around, goes to Sigel. Sigel gets bodied. Call forthcoming now. Another body check. They're just laying them everywhere. That's two Penguins players that were down there because of body checks. And it looks like they are going to call them both. They're putting them both in the boards, and they're putting them both in the box. At this point, I think you just give them a 5 and say goodbye to the locker room, or a 10, and put them in the locker room. Bowen, Baru, Vickers are stepping on the ice. No indication whether they're just 2 or minute and a half penalties or if they've given them game misconducts or at least 10-minute misconducts. Only 2 penalties able to go up on the board. I'm not sure we're going to know until after the minute and a half. So got one of the 2 up. They're trying to get the second one, and there we go. Vickers steps in. 5-on-3 for the Penguins. Bowen, Vickers, Baru. Baru takes the puck. Goes in, drive, shot, held by the Forest goaltender. Face off to the left of the Forest goaltender. 3 minutes left in the game, minute 25 in the 5-on-3 advantage. 1 to Baru. Baru goes back to the point, to Foligno, to Dixon. Dixon shoots. And rebound gathered in by the Force. Bowen gathers, goes to Dixon at the point. Dixon head up, goes D to Foligno. Foligno takes the shot, just wide. Gathered in by Vickers. Vickers circles around. And circles around, looks for an outlet, holds up, gets the puck knocked off his stick, falls down. And followed on by Bowen. Bowen fights in the corner, so does Vickers. Vickers rims it around to Baru. Bowen goes to the net. Oh, Baru tries to go to the point. Just lost the handle on it, and all the way around it goes. Dixon gathers in. Goes to Baru. Vickers goes to the net. Bowen up high. Grayson shoots. Puck comes free, followed on by up high off the glass, not able to be held in. Somehow, in a 5-on-3, we had one of the Force player up behind our defenseman and threatening. 26 seconds ago in the 5-on-3. Lots of shots, just not able to bury it. Armstrong, Goldberg, and Ladigan step in. Armstrong takes possession, drives wide, gets bodied. No call again. At least that one was from the front side. Ladigan over to the corner, followed up by Goldberg. Back into the corner, pursued by Armstrong. Tipped around him and sent up to blue line. Kumnik loses an edge but holds it in. And they're both back on, so no 10s, just 2 minute and a half penalties. Nice play by Kumnik to reach and grab that puck. Zachi's on the man, high man found, clean look, shoots it, nice save by Bartley. Kumnik goes around, high stick on the puck, not called, and attempted centering pass, knocked out by Goldberg down low doing some work. And gathered in by Armstrong. Armstrong missed the pass up to Ladigan. It's going to be far enough for an icing call. Line change happens with 1:04 left. And we have Schweitzer, Baru, and Siegel. So it looks like we're trying to get Baru the hat trick. So which one is he going to get first? The goal hat trick or the penalty hat trick? Let's see. Right up. And Schweitzer gathers in up to Siegel. Baru's up ahead, not able to get it to him, though. Stepped into by the Force, loses the handle on it, shoots, nice save by Bartley, rebound off the post. What a save by Colin Bartley. Over to Schweitzer. Schweitzer behind the net to Kumnik. Kumnik up to Siegel. Siegel carries on and has room, goes cross ice, tried to go to Zachi, who had pulled up. And dumped in now, gathered by Dixon. Dixon over to Siegel. Siegel has Baru. Can he hit him? He does. Baru comes in. Drops it to Schweitzer. Schweitzer shot just wide. Blocker to the side. Schweitzer misses. Baru falls on into the corner. And Baru gathers. Comes out of the corner. Back to Schweitzer. Back to Kumnik. Kumnik shot. Into the goaltender. Baru in there pickle stabbing, trying to get that HT. Doesn't get it. Either way, no call, no goal. 8.3 left, third period. Face off by Cooper. Tied up, and that's probably going to do it. One out, taken out by the Force player. Stepped over by Kumnik. Kumnik dumps in and offside. They're going to let the play expire. there you have it. Game 1 of the stint. 8-1 Penguins. We'll be back here with you at 5 or 5:30. I'm not sure the exact time, but we'll be back here broadcasting, I believe, at 5 o'clock. Hopefully everything goes a little bit smoother on the next